Hi, in this tutorial, you will learn to build this pulsating circles animation using Face Animator and Symbols effect in SwiftUI. I have the sample code available as a gist on GitHub. I have added a link in the description so you can check it later and explore the code. So let's look at how to use the new Face Animator and the new Symbol effect in SwiftUI to build this animation. Let's double click on the three dots to unfold the code. In this project, I have three circles and they are stuck on top of one another. So you can see there is one circle here, the one in the middle, and the one on top. They have the same color but different opacities. Then above the circles is also the text calling with ellipses. We want to animate the ellipses using Symbol effect. But with the circles, we will animate each one of them using Face Animator. Let's begin with the outermost circle, that is this one. Using Face Animator, we can define a set of faces to cycle through using animation. Ideally, you can use Face Animator for animating multiple faces. For example, if you have more than two faces. But this is a simple animation involving only two faces. We can use any SwiftUI animation type, but I just want to show you how to use Face Animator to accomplish this goal. We can use Face Animator in two ways. We have the Face Animator view and Face Animator modifier. Let's use the Face Animator modifier instead. We will add parentheses and the body. So in the parentheses, we define the set of faces we want to use for this animation. We can use an array or enum to define the faces. Since we have only two faces, we want to use an array. So the first face will be false and the second one will be true. In the body, we have to define the content we want to animate and a variable to animate the content. So for the content, we can say the circle. Then a variable to cycle through these faces. Let's call that pulsating. So over here, we can add the content. That is the circle we defined here. Let's put it here and add the properties we want to animate. We want to animate scale effect. We do that using the face iterator, that is the pulsating variable we defined. And since we have the condition as true or false, we can use ternary conditional operation to animate the scale effect. So let's bring a question mark here. The first value is the true value. Let's set the scale to 0.8 and the false value will have an increase in size, so the size will be 1.2, and that animates the outermost circle repeatedly. If we leave the animation this way, it animates with bounce effect using spring animation, but we can override this animation to define our own easing equations. Let's do that next. Let's add the animation closure. The face iterator is the same as the variable we defined here. So let's copy that and paste it here. Then over here, we define the timing curve we want to use for this particular animation. Let's use isOut with a duration of 1. That still makes the animation repeat forever, but reduces the speed. We want to animate the other circles in the same way, but with different values. So let's copy the Face Animator here and paste it on the other circles. Then we can change the values. So I will paste it here as well. So now they all animate in the same way. Let's go to the middle circle. For this one, we will change the true value to 0.7 and then false value to 1.1 and change the easing equation as well. Then we leave the duration as it is. The next is the inner circle. Let's change the true value here to 0.5 and leave this as it is, and then change this to is in out. The purpose of doing this is to create a delay for each of the circles so that one appears before the other ones. You can also use delay to achieve the same result, but using different timing curves makes the animation look more beautiful without using delay for each of the circles. So this is how to animate all the three circles using Face Animator. Let's go to the ellipses. To animate the ellipses, we will use the SF Symbol app. That will make the animation more easier because the ellipses, you can see here, it is an SF symbol. It belongs to the variable color category of SF symbols. So let's launch the app. We have all the symbols selected. Let's go to the navigator and select variable color. New in SF Symbols 5, we now have the animation tab on the top right. So let's click that. These are all variable color symbols, but the one we are looking for is ellipses. Once we select, we can preview different kinds of animations. For example, if we want to mouse, we can preview the animation or change it to scale and other types of animations as well. Since we are creating a calling animation, the best animation for this situation is to use variable color. Let's preview that. We can also experiment with any of these options and check which animation is the best for our situation. Let's set the style to iterative and then interactive layer to reversing. Once you are okay with a particular configuration, you can click the copy icon to copy the configuration for Swift or Objective-C. Since we are in SwiftUI, let's copy this one. Then we go back to the Xcode project again. New in Xcode 15, we can animate SF symbols using the symbol effect modifier. You can see we have an error that says a mixing parameter. For the parameter, we are going to use the animation configuration we copied from the SF symbol app. I have it in the clipboard, so let's paste it here. And that animates the ellipses. So this is all we need to create the symbol animation. If we don't like the animation, we can go back to the SF symbol app and test for different configurations, and then we copy and paste the code here, which makes everything easy now in SwiftUI. So this is all about using Face Animator and the symbol effect for creating animations in SwiftUI. Thanks for watching this video.